Oh my. This wasn't on my bingo card to see. You know, you would have thought if you would have heard anyone targeted, you would have assumed it'd be him or his sons or something like that. You know what I mean? But I wonder why his daughter. Is it because daughters are very precious to fathers in different ways that sons are? I don't know. You know, it could be more of an emotional hit rather than just a political, you know what I'm saying, strategical. I don't know. Let me take a look at this, see what's going on.
Welcome back to Fox and Friends. We're going to lead with a Fox News alert. A suspected terrorist with ties to Iran allegedly targeted Ivanka Trump for assassination. Sources telling the New York Post that the man behind the plot is the IRGC-trained Iraqi national taken into custody just last week.
The plot against Ivanka reportedly responds to President Trump killing Iranian military chief Qasem Soleimani. A source telling the Post that the suspect, quote, went around telling people we need to kill Ivanka to burn down the house of Trump the way he burned down our house. Here with reaction is
but why her specifically?
Signal, Tony Kinnet. So great to have you out here in Indianapolis, Tony. So this is a really wild story involving this Iraqi national who was arrested last week in Turkey.
Well, this is an individual who's actually been complicit in either the planning or the execution of a number of terror attacks on Jews. And
why the hell are they at a NASCAR track or whatever?
Americans around the world, both in New York as well as Amsterdam. He's also suspected of being involved in a couple of attacks in Belgium. So this is an individual we've been looking for a while. He was just arrested in Turkey on May 15th.
And so we're learning, Tony, more a little bit of what this IRGC terror suspect said. He said this as well. I say to the Americans, look at this picture and know that neither your palaces nor the Secret Service will protect you. We are currently in the stage of surveillance and analysis. I told you our revenge is a matter of time. So, Tony, are we
They sound determined, don't
at risk of more plots?
I think this is a great case in point of the number of attacks that the Iranian Revolutionary Guard Corps, that Islamic fundamentalist group, is willing to go to consistently on the calendar with attacks against Americans, with threats against Americans, both in leadership.
Now she's probably going to have extra security around her at all times. That's got to be to have, you know, because like presidents and then former presidents, they have, you know, Secret Service for the rest of their lives. I wonder how inconvenient that is to have people around you all the time, you know?
And general civilian population with their attacks on churches and synagogues. There is a consistent threat from the Iranians that goes all the way back past Qasem Soleimani, as you alluded to earlier. And I think these threats are going to continue as long as the IRGC is in any way fungible as an organization.
All right, Tony, I want to move to this because there's some big news that happened last night. We learned that Tulsi Gabbard, DNI director.
Yeah, so we know about the whole Tulsi Gabbard thing. So I'll quit that right there. But some people think it does have something to do with Trump. Let me tell y'all something. My mind is always working. And a lot of you, well, no, I'll say some of you, very minor few of you, tend to sometimes think that I just buy things hook, line, and sinker. I am responding, I am reacting to the current story. Usually there are at least a couple other things on my mind as I'm reacting or watching, commenting on a story, just so you know, okay? All right, you know. And by the way, we're all different people. I don't have to always think the way you think, okay? A lot of you act like you're CIA operatives that know literally everything in the world and can't nothing fool you, and you know every plot. And you like, some of y'all talk kind of, you know, you're a little too overconfident and arrogant in how you speak about certain things. Like, just know everything. And it's like, just calm down. Okay? Just calm down. All right. So, well, I hope that no harm does come to her. That's crazy. If something like that did happen, he'd take that whole country out. I do not want something like that to happen. He would, that's scorched earth if that happened, so I do not, no. Whole lot of people would pay for that weren't behind it, Post comments down below. Let me know if you know more about this situation. And yeah, the Tulsi Gabbard thing, as soon as I heard she was stepping down, I was like, okay, we're hearing that it's cancer with her husband. However, that could be a cover for this, that, or the third. You know what I'm saying? 10 million subscribers.